Anthony Munoz is considered by many to be the greatest offensive lineman in NFL history. In 13 seasons with the Cincinnati Bengals, he made the Pro Bowl 11 times. He was named to the NFL's 75th anniversary team, and he led the Bengals to their only 2 Super Bowls.
Even now that I've been out of the game 7 years, I still love watching the game. I still love talking about the game. I love everything about the game.
You gotta earn that dinner now.
In 1999, Anthony took his love for football under the Friday night lights.
Let's go, come on.
He coached the offensive line for Cincinnati powerhouse Moeller High School, where he found a group of players whose passion for the game matched his own.
The main reason I'm coaching is because those young men over at Moeller High School love the game. I mean, they would run through a brick wall for you.
Leading the charge would be Anthony's son, number 75, senior captain Michael Munoz.
The one thing that I set out to do is not to make Michael feel that athletics had to be a part of his life, that regardless if he ever played any sports at all, let alone football, that he was fine. I mean, that, I would love him regardless.
But it didn't take long to see that Michael's future might involve athletics.
He was born 8 pounds even, but when I took him in for his 3-week checkup, the doctor laughed. I mean, he said, "What did you do to this boy?"
By the time he reached high school, Michael had grown nearly as big as his father, but he was hesitant about playing football.
I wanted him to play a little summer football, like a little camp, and he didn't want to go.
All right, Big Mo, let's do it right.
And I knew he really wanted to go.
Ready, break down, hit it, good job.
I said, "No, what's the problem? Why don't you want to be there?" And he said, "Mom, they're going to expect me to be like Dad." And I said, "Oh, Michael, no, they're not." I said, "Yeah, they probably are."
So far, so good. Playing the same position as his father, Michael is a 3-time All-State selection, and in 1999 was one of the most highly sought-after recruits in the nation.
He's one of those guys that I'll have the pleasure of coaching once in my lifetime. When Michael came here as a freshman and he sat back in pass protection, I'll guarantee you that everybody's eyes went sideways and we all looked around and said, "Wow," because he is the best looking thing you've ever seen, coming from a 3-point stance and getting back in a pass set.
I still marvel at the fact that it's only his 4th year playing football. I mean, 3rd year on the varsity squad, and I see how coachable he is. I see how quickly he learns.
Of course, it hasn't hurt to learn from the best.
Okay, what happened on the 45? I went the wrong way. Come on, we gotta think.
It was great having him out on the field. Things I do wrong, he could tell me, how to correct those, and he could just be there to be a positive influence.
They have a great relationship, as father-son, but I think, there's a friendship there that is very unique.
It's a relationship that Anthony did not have, growing up fatherless in Ontario, California.
After being brought up in Southern California without a father and not having that male role model or that male example growing up, maybe that drove me that much harder to be around.
Now shoot. I got him tied up.
He's always been around for his son and for his daughter, Michelle. An All-American basketball player at Cincinnati's Mason High School, Michelle committed to play for the University of Tennessee prior to her junior season. And Michael ended his recruitment by announcing his plans to precede his sister in Knoxville.
The sad thing about our family is the attention that is put on us as athletes. Here you have a kid that's supposed to be All-American, supposed to be all this and all that. He's still learning the game. He's still a high school football player.
This is Mike Munoz.
Most high school football players, however, don't spend autumn evenings signing autographs and don't spend summer afternoons presenting their fathers at the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I know that you expect me to introduce to you another great football player. Instead, I'm going to use this time to say thanks to my dad for what he has meant in my life.
I really didn't know what he was going to say. I had asked him if he would do that, if he would present me, and he lit up and was excited about it.
Dad, thank you for always being there. You have been my model. I have learned to say I'm sorry, I was wrong, from you being big enough to admit your mistakes. You have modeled humility. I have learned to respect women because of how you have loved and respected Mom. You have shown me strength under control and how to be tough while still being tender. You are a real man.
You know, a lot of times I wonder, am I doing a good enough job with him? Am I teaching him the things that I need to teach him? Am I being the example that I need to be? And when I hear those things reinforced by him, it was almost I could have hugged him and hugged him for a long time and kissed on him and then just sat back down, and then that would have been it.
There is little doubt that Michael Munoz has the talent to follow his father's footsteps on the field. What's more impressive, Michael seems every bit as capable of doing the same off the field.
I love you, brother. Thank you.